Talking about injuries, Tom, how are you? Have you come through this unscathed? Because mentally it must have taken a massive amount out of you twice to.
Well, firstly, yeah, I'm in good nick. I've had the chance to sort of complete a full, so far anyway, full pre-season for the first time in about 7 years, I think. So you know, I sort of feel good, and in terms of ideal preparation, sort of going into the season, you know, it's great. I think mentally, the only stumbling block for me is the fact that, you know, I got back and I played those last few games at the end of the year, and that now seems so long ago that again I'm almost wondering what's it going to be like when I get back into it. But as I've always found with injuries, you know, you get into your first game, you get that first tackle, collision, or step, or whatever it is, and you do it without thinking. You pick yourself up, you realise you're still in one piece, and then after that there's no problems. So the sooner I can get that over and done with, the better.
Tony and Sean, you've lost 9 games last season. Does that change the emphasis on whether the coaching is more towards the attack style or making sure that the defence isn't leaking as many tries as it did last season?
Both. Look, we've had a good look at it. You know, both statistically, we've looked at games, and I think one of the big key things for us in those 9 games was the lack of losing bonus points. And we take 2 or 3 more of those, and you know, all of a sudden you're back in the hunt with that top 4, which we missed by 4 points. So that's been a focus. I think in terms of the attack, you know, you look at it. I think we were 7th or something in terms of the league. But you know, we were first equal in line breaks, so that sort of just starts to shape the way. You know, we know we're not far away, but we need to find some consistency, and I think that we talked about that at the end of last year, both you know within games and from week to week. If we can find that consistency, we know that we played some good rugby last year. We also played some awful rugby at times. So look, it's a matter of we haven't had the change we had last year. So that, you know, we've got a lot of players who are a lot more comfortable with what we're trying to do. You know, I think, you know, the likes of David Lemmy and Jacobs and Kefu and Ward Smith and that have all got a better feel, more comfortable. They know the guys around them, and I think it took us a little while to get used to each other. So in the answer, yeah, I think both are as equally important. You know, this club sort of live and die on being strong defensively, but we like to play rugby as well.
Tony, there was suggestions last year that the discrepancy between the salaries in France, etc., and England was having no adverse effect on the competitive ability of England. Do you think that was just a blip, or do you think that Toulouse, I think, as you say, probably the richest club in Europe, that is a real concern now for you and for English clubs in Europe?
Well, I mean, we probably look at it a bit different. I mean, we've had Ricky Flutie, Steve Kefu, Charlie Davies all come the other way. So, you know, we're having as many come back to us, and they're coming back for the right reasons. Look, we can't control. We have a salary cap, and you know we can't control what France will offer. What we can control is the support that we give off the field. And I said that last year. I think what's really important is that clubs commit to, you know, the off-field support, whether it's the trainers, the medical, the coaching, all that sort of thing, and making sure that that's strong. You know, and we want players who come back with ambition. We want players that come back and want to play for England or their country. And you've got to have a strong off-field. So, you know, I think we don't feel that we've been as affected. There's still going to be the odd guy who's going to get offered a lot of money, you know, who's going to be tempted by that, especially at certain points of their career.